Long time no see, everybody. What's going on? So what have we got here today? I'll tell you what have we got. So JD Vance, the next president of the United States of America, 2028. All right, let's get into that. Yes, no, all right. So let's look at all the points here. All right, folks. So JD Vance, the current vice president of the United States of America under President Donald Trump. The election is up in 2028. It's 2025. It looks like there's a long time, long road ahead. Folks, believe it or not, there is no long road, right? And if you really look how things are moving right now, can't really speak much on the Democratic side, but I'll tell you on the Republican side, JD Vance, the current vice president of the United States of America, will most likely be the president. Okay, why is that? All right, so let's look into the facts over here, right, folks? He's the vice president. Two, he's a former senator from Ohio. Okay, all right, Ohio. Who cares? Well, yes, in politics, it does matter, folks, all right? Ohio is a swing state, an important state, whatever you want to call it, right? And 2028, again, that'll be an important state for JD Vance, or if the Democrats are trying to win that, they'll try really hard to win that state. So being from the state of Ohio is going to be a huge plus point for him, because he's also the former senator of Ohio. That's going to help him also, folks, right? Now let's look at the point two. His name is already out there, right, folks? He's the current vice president. People already know him. He's already got all the media attention, right? Sometimes just to get your name out would cost you millions, folks, to promote your name out there and tell Americans, Republican, Democrat, undeclared, Green Party, whatever party affiliation you are, hey, I'm Megan Smith, I'm running for president. Okay, who are you, Megan? We don't really know you. But now JD Vance has that advantage because he's this current sitting vice president of the United States of America. Okay, the primary probably would look easy for him. Maybe he might face Donald Trump Jr., that's the current president's son, in the primary, maybe, or maybe Donald Trump Jr. might not even run. Okay, he doesn't have any political experience. So that's an advantage for JD Vance over here, because he's a former senator from Ohio. Ron DeSantis, maybe, okay, governor of Florida. Not sure if he's even gonna run. Maybe he might run, maybe he might not run. All right, so the primary looks fairly open for JD Vance to become the president. Now let's look at the Democratic side. All right, so Democrats, who do they got? Okay, so Democrats are still in the reset zone, right? Okay, what does that mean? All right, so they're just still resetting from the defeat of Kamala Harris in the 2024 election. So they're still trying to figure things out. Maybe not. Maybe you'll disagree with me. I'll say, hey, they do have candidates. Okay, so let's look at some of the candidates they have. Okay, maybe Kamala Harris again. I'm not sure if they're going to nominate her. She did not win, so it might be a waste of time. So they might just ask her to just, exit from the 2028 scene. A person who could possibly give JD Vance a difficult time could be the current governor of California, Gavin Newsom. Okay, he's from California. He's from an important state of California, a strong Democratic state. The Democrats win California with big margins. Okay, so now he's coming from the state of California, and he decides to run. That would probably give JD Vance a difficult time because Newsom has a big name. He's really popular on TV, folks. Okay, he is a Democrat from California. Again, advantage of that because you're from California, a huge state, huge pockets. Okay, what does that mean, huge pockets? All right, so California it's not a poor state, folks. It's rich. It's got a lot of rich people, right? So people will quickly, easily give money to Gavin Newsom because he's the current governor, and when he runs for president, it will be easy for him to get in the water and ask for money, and people will say, hey, all right, fine, we'll give you the money, all right, because it's not going to be a problem. You got Hollywood, you got Silicon Valley, you got everything you and I can think of, right? California is a rich state, just like the state of New York, right? So that will be an advantage for him. Okay. The other person is Tim Walz, the governor of Minnesota, former running mate of Kamala Harris 2024. Folks, I don't know what to say about this guy. He's interesting, but I don't know, somehow he's not able to catch up with the momentum at this point. I don't know if he's going to run or not run. He could possibly be second choice the Democrats want to put because he's from Minnesota, a state which that's his home state. That might be a point. But again, he was on Harris's ticket, Kamala Harris's ticket, so maybe people don't want that. Maybe they want somebody new. It's kind of really tricky to say how that's going to work out. So, folks, JD Vance looks like he's going to win. Two, folks, does everybody agree with me? The conservatives, the Republicans, right? They love family. If I'm not mistaken, JD Vance, of course, is married. I think he has 2 or 3 kids, right? I think 3, if I'm not mistaken. So they like that, right? The whole idea of marriage, family, God, conservative values, the American tradition, getting married, having kids, okay? So that's another plus point for him, being a family man, married, having kids. That's going to help him with the conservatives also, right? Because they always, those are really important for the Republicans and conservatives. And they look at that, they'll be like, hey, wait a second, hey, you're not married, you don't have kids, you've never been married, you're single, what's going on here, right? So that's a plus point for JD Vance also, right? Family, right? Foreign policy, again, folks, everybody knows what exactly happened when the president of Ukraine, Zelensky, came in and Trump and JD Vance were in the White House. That whole thing, whatever happened, was kind of funny. No, maybe not funny for some people. So foreign policy is already out there. He's shown American people that he has experience in foreign policy when it comes to Ukraine and name it, any other foreign policy experience. So that's another big plus point for JD Vance, because him able to discuss topics like Ukraine, and of course Putin came over here to America, to Alaska, to meet Donald Trump. That also will be a plus point to show that, hey, when I was the vice president, Donald Trump, the president, tried to make a peace deal. Okay, we invited, the president of Russia, and we worked really hard. So that's another plus point when it comes to foreign policy, and able to show not only a player here in the United States of America, but also possibly, able to do foreign policy of a player, elected official, vice president, who can actually turn around and also portray his strength on the subject of foreign policy. It's hard to say how this is all going to come up. Maybe he might not even run, folks, okay? Maybe he will run. It's hard to say. Generally, the vice president is always run for president, right? It's kind of interesting. Biden took a gap, I don't know, when he was under Obama, and then he came back later on to run for president in 2021. So generally, that's the tradition, okay, or an expected tradition, right? Just like Thanksgiving, you have turkey. The vice president usually runs for president. Okay, it's a stepping stone, or it's a way to get your name out and put your place in the White House, put yourself out there on the face of the planet, show you're the vice president of America, you're with the president all the time. Also, folks, another thing, JD Vance is young. He looks young. That's going to help him. The last President Joe Biden looked old. Trump is also not that young, right, folks? So his age will help him, folks. Believe it or not, that'll be a factor which people will look upon and say, hey, looks young. Wow, looks really young. Him and his wife, they both look young, right? So another major factor here will be the age, health condition, able to show his skills that, hey, I'm not 70 plus or 75 plus or 80 plus. I'm still a young man, and at least I think he looks young, and I'm fit to be the president of the United States of America. Okay, folks, if you agree with me, if JD Vance will win by default in 2028 if he runs, thumbs up. If you disagree, no problem, put thumbs up. Appreciate your comments. Folks, again, thank you so much for watching. If you like what you see, please press the subscribe button. Thank you.